Okay, we're back again, and let's hope we should have a better sound this time around. I will avoid touching that phone because touching that phone sometimes is very, very sensitive. I'll wait for more people to come in. I'm going to play the A-way again, and then I'll go and make a cup of tea myself, and that will also clear the voice out a little bit. I just want to refresh my browser here. And now we're going to call this part 6. So that way we know where we are. And let's hope we shouldn't have any problem. So it's better now. Good sound. Okay. I turn off my phone and I turn it back on. All right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to play the A-way, and I will quickly make I'll make a cup of tea, and then we can come back. So just enjoy this and give me a few minutes to come back to you. Alright guys, you to get go and get tea. My tea is getting ready as well. Thank you, Emmanuel. Engineer Lawal. It's good now, yes. Yoruba Eronu. We cannot be inside a bondage. Enough is enough. Yes, so please go and make a cup of tea. I'm making mine with no milk. Somebody said I should sleep. I sleep very well, don't worry. After this broadcast, I will sleep again. No, Yoruba, no. I think my water is finished boiling. My Oluolu cup. I'm a brand ambassador for Oluolu. Let's put the number out again. +447 08059405079. Yo, yes, so Yoruba Eronu, Yoruba Eronu, Yoruba Eronu. The phone line is already up there, ready to read the line. Let's make it hot. Let's educate ourselves. The topic hasn't changed. We're still on the part 6. I can't put it as part 5 because it's still video. So we are now saying part 6. My brother from Moscow keeps sending a message. I can read it. Okay, I can read your message all the way from Moscow. The phone line is +4475940500979, and that will bring you right here. Who is a real citizen of a country? Who? Because we've been using UAE, United Kingdom, and Nigeria. And I've shown you that if you get into a new nation, just like UAE was able to do, you would have the benefit of some of those things I've been explaining, earlier on, where there will be what they call credit facility. Credit facility cannot be done in the current state of where Nigeria is, and it can never be done in the next 60 years. It can never be done. So if you think that you would have, okay, got our first caller that have just joined us. Good morning, good morning, caller. Oluwatobiloba Ekaro láti Italy. Go ahead. Ọmọdúà tọkùntọkùn. I know. At least you have the space now to get through.
Yesterday, thank you very much for the ad. I really did appreciate it.
You're welcome.
So, got competitive inside the program. Really, a lot to share. I will look at the light of that woman, that mother that you brought yesterday.
Oh yes, from Canada. Very powerful. Adko Biafran. Yeah.
She really talks things into us.
Yes.
Because
oh, who is calling this number, please? Tobiloba. Hello, Tobiloba. Can you just continue? I don't know whether it's I'm receiving a call. It could be from upstairs, and I don't want it to interfere with that call again. So I'm just going to pop upstairs and see what is happening. Just speak, continue talking for the next 1 minute when I come back.
So, we the Southerners generally, we only need to come together from a block, because this division that we are facing is really hitting us. And our people here are in power. They are laughing over it. They are seriously laughing over it, because each time they see us trying to prove our division, they enjoy it. They look at all of us and think, and when you're too serious, they are not ready yet. When they are ready, they'll come together. Look at the Northerners. Like that woman said yesterday. Obviously, we've all been seeing it. The whole 19 states, they had Northern Governors Forum. But as a South, what do we have? The Southwest Governors Forum, 6 of them. The Niger Delta Governors Forum, whatever it is. 6 or 5 of them. The Southeast Governors Forum. All of the people intentionally broke us apart.
Yeah.
So that we will not have, and we are still playing. So that's their plan. It's not going to work. We need each other. Now, if we break it into two, then within ourselves, we can now negotiate and go our ways.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But whether I want to fight as an ODUDUWA, no, I want to fight as a
We can't do it. We can't do it. We can't do it single-handedly. We need to work together to be able to come out of this.
Just that's blocking at the northern side. Let us just do like that. I will do it like that at the southern side too. And then we will win. Definitely we will. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. That's Toby Loba, all the way from Italy. Please, anyone that has this number that I'm doing the broadcast with, if you call, you're interrupting the broadcast, please do not call. The number to call is already been pinned, and it could be maybe somebody else, but don't call this broadcast while I'm using the same phone. You will literally be interrupting the broadcast. The phone line is +447594050979. The topic that we are looking today is Nigeria is still on the verge of breakup, but what citizenship is all about. You see that when people get the passport of some of those countries like United Kingdom, Canadian passport, American passport, you know, even those from the France, there's always this happiness in them because there's a benefit for those passport for being a citizen of that country. What have you gained as a citizen of Nigeria that you refuse to look at ODUDUWA nation as something that we should work towards, as something that we should believe in, as something that we must have full passion for, as something that we could throw all our weight into it? Your passport that you have currently, is there a location on any of the government website where you can be able to even verify that that passport that you have indicates who you are? Your birth certificate, can it be input in any, children that are given birth here, their birth certificate can be input on any government website and it can be verifiable just as you put it into that link. Good morning, Nick. Otoge. Enough is enough, and it is high time that we start preparing our mind out of the location 9, also known as Nigeria, area 9, or whatever name you prefer to call it. We want a new nation called ODUDUWA, where we can set a new life and start up new ways of doing things from what we have known in the last 60 years. The last 60 years have not given you any kind of joy. What have you gained as a citizen? Timothy, Nigerians are problems of Nigeria. We give room to religion, ethnicity to run our mind and control our mindset. Not until we sanitize and walk. Okay, I lost that. There's a caller coming through. It's a Nigerian number. It could be any part of the world. Good morning, caller, and welcome again to the broadcast.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Yeah, I want to ask for to thank you so much. The program is really giving us a positive impact in both with Aba and Mr. Uncle Innocent. I got some time ago. I was trying to narrate some event or story that happens with me some time ago, but that's not by the way. Concerning the issue of the importance of our passport or the rest, I think what we are having here in Nigeria is just a piece of paper. It doesn't have any effect. Like, I'll give you a story because when I'm talking, I'll give you a fact. I had there's a particular program that our government, run through that 2017. We call it GEM program, GEM program. They call that's what they call the program. So we now registered online. We did our training. We finished everything. It's a kind of grant program for them to give us, grant for the people to, especially the SMEs, to sustain their businesses. Then, after the event, the program, when they start shortlisting the names, you can't believe what happened. A guy that I was giving information about myself, I was giving him the information. He's the one that sometimes he checks my mail. It's my relative. He checks my mail, and when he find out that my name has shown up, that my name is one of the people that is going to benefit from, 5 million naira. That's just what they did. This guy went to local government, did a passport bearing my name. He went to local government, did a passport that he has his own passport. He has his own passport, national ID card. He went to local government, I will not mention that local government, and did the passport that bears my name and took it to the office and claimed that money, that 5 million naira.
You're joking.
So I'm just telling you fact that is going on. I'm just telling you, even now, because we don't have any data, having that passport, I have Nigerian national ID card, is just like a piece of paper. It's nothing. Nothing, they don't regulate it. Nothing. No, they have your fingerprint that when you get there, it will not read. Nothing. So, when we are talking about, to me, this country is just a messed up. I'm just telling you from my heart, it's just nothing but a messed up because nothing is working in this very contraption called Nigeria. So the best thing to do is just to disintegrate this country and form another new, different country that will concentrate so that competition will come, development will come, and people will be employed. That's just that thing. That's just the only solution, because when we talk about passport and all the rest of it, it's just a piece of paper, no data. I'm giving you the fact because I'm a victim of what I am saying.
Wow. Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you. That was a very powerful one there to back up what we are saying. I want to give you another 2 minutes because you're calling from Nigeria. Go ahead, whatever you need to say. I won't cut you off until you land after that 2 minutes. Go ahead, please.
Okay. Now, I think I should finish my story of what
yes,
I
please.
told you.
Go ahead, please. Yeah.
Yeah, where I was erecting my house in the village. So I have some couple of workers that are doing there. On just a particular day, they came. The Fulanis were just passing. I don't even believe that Fulanis are in my village. If maybe, you've been in Abia State or in the eastern part of Nigeria, that it will be the last place you will ever imagine that Fulanis will be. Then they were passing with their cattle. Then an approach to one of the workers there that he should, allow them to drink water from the tank. The cows to drink water from the tank. Then the guys told them that there's no water in the tank. The ones they have now is the one that you take, want to make use of. Before you could know what is going on, this guy now brought out his knife and started pursuing the workers. All of them ran inside. Thank God that is doors. They have already fixed in doors. They ran inside and locked up the doors. This guy destroyed the tank, allowed the water to be rushing out, and the cow now drank as many as they want, and they left. That is the kind of the level of impunity we are facing in the country, and nobody can talk. Can you attack them? No. When you try, because our youth once a time when they cut off one of our women and they met it at the stream and raped her, cut off her hand. Then our youth now repelled against them, killed a lot of their cows. Some of the Fulanis now run away. But you can't believe what happens. The security agencies, because that's just one of my problems. Basically, they arrested all our youth. I mean, I'm talking about the villagers where Ojos or Carlo came from. He's a popular man. That's what I'm talking. So when I'm talking, I give evidence. They arrested the whole of our youth and locked them up. For over 9 months, they were each of them were bailed with nothing less than 300,000 naira. Wow. So what kind of country are we into? Where justice somebody cannot get justice. So to me, this country, for me... So
there's nothing more than just disintegrate and let us start building a new nation.
Disintegrate the country. You can't patch it. There's no way oil and water can match together. It cannot work. Some people are too superior while others are just inferior. So it cannot work. Wow. No equity. So the best is to disintegrate the country. And I continue to plead to my fellow brothers in the Southwest. Yeah. Yoruba, there's a good thing. I follow a lot of them now on the social media. There's a good thing that is coming up. Let us all unite. Let the whole of the South unite. I don't know whether you know about what do they call this man? Is it Iraka from Delta State? He always, he lives in the north. He always talk about this unity at the same time. He gave example of what do we call it? Lion and the buffaloes. So the reason why buffaloes are always afraid of lions is because they don't know what they have. They don't know their strength. So he narrated the story that the lions are the Fulanis.
4454, be patient. Let us get more from people. When people call from, especially Nigeria, let us give them time. I can see your number 4454. Let the brother from Abia, because these are people that are still, we are filling the bunch, but they are right inside it. Look, he's calling, he's watching us with internet. We must appreciate them. Go ahead, my brother, please.
Thank you, sir. Then he now said that the Southerners are the buffaloes, and that the strength of the buffaloes is their number. That for a lion to bring down one buffalo, it takes 5 lions to bring down one buffalo. Then, when they are pursuing buffaloes, they always look for the one that is running, isolated. They will now focus on that particular one and bring him down. After bringing that, the rest of the buffaloes will just be sitting looking, not knowing that stampede is their strength. All of them have to come together and face the lion, and the lion will run away. So all I am just pleading is my people, my brothers from the Southwest. We have made some mistakes at the past. Our forefathers may have made some mistakes at the past. But presently, the youth of this, this generation have to come together and correct these wrongs. Please, let every hatred, let everything just, I'm just pleading. Please, our brothers, I love what you are doing.
Thank you very much.
I really love what you're doing. And may God continue to strengthen you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate. Well, that's a caller all the way from Mazi. You don't use your own Maju. You don't enter. I want to take the caller from 4454. Mazi from Spain. I don't. Oh yeah, come. Oh yeah, go ahead. In loving memory of our Biafran heroes, they should continue to rest in peace. Let us remember them. If you want to add one or two words when you call, please do so as well. Good morning, Mazi from Spain. Go ahead.
It's Mazi Ugonna Olibo from Spain.
Oh, yeah, so, yeah, go ahead.
Today, I want to join my fellow Biafrans to remember our fallen heroes and heroines, wherever all Biafrans, anywhere they are. We have a minute silence for our people. They suffer for us. They die for us to live. May their soul may their soul never rest in peace until Nigeria disintegrated. Amen. My brother, my contribution this morning, and like I heard what our brother said about the compromise, the security in Nigeria, the security officials in Nigeria, both police, army, navy, and air force. Yes, they have compromised. When the president, the leader of the Fulani Republic himself, appoint all the Fulanis as the security chiefs, what do you expect? This is a planned genocide against the South. This is a planned deal. These people, they want to complete the agenda of Ottoman Danfodio. So what I'm trying to let the people know is that don't ever you believe in this Nigerian security. Never you believe in them in terms of issue of Fulani and against the Southerners. Never you believe Nigerian security. Because if you have any issue with them, when the security come in, they will leave the Fulanis that are killing our people and arrest our people. And they will extort money from our people. And the judiciary will not say anything because the judiciary also belongs to them. So another example I want to give is that, like this morning, I was watching a news outlet in Delta State. The youth of Anioma local government, they're out of the street to protest to the SSG of the state to lay their grievances, to tell the state government that enough is enough, that they cannot continue with this. When their leader narrating their ordeal with the Fulani herdsmen in the bush, killing, raping their mothers, the young man said that the day they were face-to-face battle with the Fulanis, that army people are with them, but army people could not do anything because they are the same Fulanis in uniform. They did not shoot these people. They did not chase these people away in the bush. That is when Nnamdi Kanu said that these people have their Fulani herdsmen and Boko Haram herdsmen in uniform. And they have their foot soldiers, which is ISIS and ISWA, ISIS West Africa and ordinary ISIS, which is their foot soldier they send down to the south. But our so-called damn politicians do not believe him. Some of our religious leaders do not believe him. Some of our people don't believe him. Now it is happening in our very eyes, and everybody is panicking. Why are we panicking? This is what we buy for. But if we can come together now and tell ourselves the truth and say enough is enough,
we can come out of this.
These people, how many of them? How many of them? Why must we keep quiet and these people rape our mothers, rape our women, kill all of them, and we think that we are men? We are not men. You understand? I want to encourage anybody. Hold your Bible in your right hand. Hold your Bible in your left hand. Hold your gun in your right hand. Bible will never condemn you when you defend yourself. No. You have every right to defend yourself, even though it's in the Bible. You have to defend yourself spiritually, physically, and otherwise. Are you getting me now?
Yeah.
So let our people remove the sentiment of if I kill, I go to hellfire. No. When you kill anybody defending yourself, you are not going to hellfire. Britain have Bible in their left hand and have gun in their right hand to defend their nation. America have Bible in their right hand, in their left hand, and have gun in their right hand to defend their nation. Israel have their Bible in their left hand, and they have their Torah in their left hand and their gun in their right hand to defend their nation. Some Middle East nations have their Quran in their left hand and their gun in their right hand to defend their nation. Why must our people keep on, dying in slavery? And the same Bible made it to us to know that my people perish for lack of knowledge. This is part of that, my people perish for lack of knowledge.
Okay. You
stand as a man, and your fellow man come to your house to kill you. You cannot utter any word. You cannot say anything. You cannot react. He will rape your wife. He will rape your children, your daughters, and you will watching him.
Can I ask you, and thank you so much for that, input and contribution. But I also want to take you back to the topic and get your response for that before we get another caller, and I can let you go as well. What do you understand when we say citizen of a country? I want this citizenship. I want to acquire it. Because as we are moving into the ODUDUWA and the Biafra, we also want people to know the reason behind taking ourselves out of this bondage of Nigeria, which you have fantastic analyzed to us. But what will be a benefit going into it? Because a lot of you are also talking about, the implication now that maybe is scaring people, but we might also tell them what the benefit is. And I'll just give you another few more time to quickly say that before I let another person call.
Well, the most important thing in every successful nation or every developing nation is to get their data intact. You understand? When you get your data intact, you will defeat any other, both economic crisis and bandits or whatever they call it, crisis. For instance, in Biafra today, of today, we don't have the government of like Nigerian government. We have a regional government in Nigeria where every tribe will rule their kingdom. You understand?
Yeah.
They will rule their kingdom. They will have their data complete, up to date. They will have their the economy controlled. You understand? And pay maybe 30% or 40% to the central government. You understand?
Yeah.
This is how we want our new nation to be. And from compiling the data, when the Biafran have their data complete, you see that you have your international passport as a Biafran from at the age of 3 months. When your mother gives birth to you, after two or 3 months, your data is completed, you have your passport, till the last age of the Biafran citizen, you have your passport, you have your international national ID card. So this is where we can have our data, so that if anything happen, we know that we have a recorded, a complete data. You know, we both to share information, to share anything that believes that will bring development in Biafra land. Understand?
All right, you got one more minute, Mazi, to wrap it up.
Okay, that is when you achieve your good plans for any nations, because any country without a good data is not a nation, is not a country. Like Nigeria does not have a data. There's no data in Nigeria.
Yes,
even though they are claiming that Nigeria is 200 million. Let me tell you the truth. Nigeria is more than 250 million people. If you don't believe me, Nigeria is more than 250 million people. So let us disintegrate Nigeria. Let everybody join hands so that we can disintegrate Nigeria and have our free nation. Thank you. And
thank you very much, Mazi. Thank you once again. Thank you very much, my sister. That was a powerful contribution when we had our big mother from Canada yesterday. If you've missed that video, you need to go and watch it back as well. Thank you, Aderomu. Odua Nation, Odua Republic is a loading magnetic that will hit anything that try to stop it. It will, if you collide with it, it will also collide with you, because it's the ODUDUWA. It is not we. So if you think it is Olayomi Koiki that you want to fight, you are just going to be wasting your time. We've been looking at the topic that is, good morning, Michael Saka. That man, that boy, that one we just come in, a Uganda man, but he don't marry one Yoruba. You know, I'm sure he will be applying for a residence when we get ODUDUWA. He's a very, very good family friend. If I close my eyes, he will ask of me. I won't say more about him. But if they think there are not options on the table, Michael knows where I'm talking about. I won't give more information about him. But I can tell you that if you need any video editing, music recording in any part of the world, he will make it ready for you. That's what I will say. I won't give you the other background of him. I won't say more than that. But he don't marry and give belly to my ODUDUWA sister. I just look at his face there. Michael. When we get ODUDUWA now, you two can't say, me, I'm an ODUDUWA boy, you don't go claim Uganda anymore. Because you don't marry, you know, with beautiful children, and we're family friends for decades. Decades. So thank you very much, Michael, for joining us. And we're not doing it for ourselves. I'm doing this for his own children. Likewise, as I am doing it for your own children. We are not saying these children would not leave this country, but I bet you, when they see what ODUDUWA Republic, ODUDUWA Nation will be like, and I know the Biafra will also be doing the same thing, but my focus is we will transform, we will make ODUDUWA Nation that if you attempt anything on an ODUDUWA children, we will use the government of ODUDUWA to run after you. You know that the Americans don't joke with they will sacrifice. Have you not noticed that it is only in America that they will sacrifice another 10 people to go and rescue one person? Wow. Uche from Switzerland. You see, when I have your guys' number, it's easy for me to mention your name. Uche, FBD from Switzerland. Good morning and welcome. Good morning, Uche. This man does the wake up call. Say, let me wake you up this morning.
I always follow. I don't miss it.
All right, go ahead. How are you today? We're losing you, Uche. Shake that phone properly. Move your location. We're losing you.
Is it checking?
Okay, go ahead. Continue.
Am I coming out clear?
All right, you're coming out clearly now. I will just pause and then you can continue. Go ahead.
Okay, okay. Happy birthday in advance, or is it today or tomorrow?
Oh boy, you are letting the cat out of the bag. My birthday is tomorrow. Go ahead.
Yes, happy birthday in advance.
Thank you very much.
So I won't forget it.
Thank you very much.
It's just difference of someone's.
Thank you.
So, my brother, contribution, I will start from my auntie that spoke yesterday on your program. She mentions one thing. She said, truth is very bitter.
Oh yes, like you're right.
But he heals and he bring out the best in you.
Oh yes.
My narrative to her argument or her lecture to us is that she mentioned something, but she couldn't get to the end of it. I was expecting her to land to it. She didn't, and that goes almost. You understand? When Yoruba forms Omoteku, we are very happy because we know that will be the starting point of everything turning out to be good one. But do you know that when Fulani threatened the elite of Yorubas, that is why I don't believe in any elite. All these elders of them, they have been misleading us, they have been lying for us for over 60 decades. I don't believe in them. The same thing goes to Biafra leaders. And that is why so radical with them. We are talking with because I cannot tell the truth. What are you giving to us when you leave, when you pass away? This is what we learn from you. Why all you feed us is love. So let me go back to it. Let me not
digress
from it.
Yeah.
When they fall, only way and they can come in is to threaten the ODUDUWA that because of this they are going to open every seaport in Biafra. And that becomes a little bit fear to the elite, not the youth, because the youth understand the truth. Any day that the elders understand their potential, that they can start Biafra without even because they are very intellectual. In fact, they have everything it takes to stand. Working with Biafrans will even make it more easy because a lot of challenges will be because Biafrans are also talented.
Can I ask you something, Uche, before you continue? What areas, if you are saying working with Biafra, what areas are we looking at? Because people can just talk about working together, let's work together. But I have not also been hearing how that working area should look like.
Okay, let me put it clear. Working together and form alliance together, come together first. Let us leave our differences. You understand?
Yeah.
Let us leave anything tribe. Let us leave the past. We know that yes, the past will always there, but sometimes we use the past to learn. Let's leave everything. Our forefathers tribe, they made a mistake. That is what made them woman. Let the youth this time embrace themselves together, join hands together and fight this to get our freedom, and that will even bring us more higher. Because, for example, in education, Yorubas are very perfect. Biafrans are very perfect. It will be a competition when you look at average children of Yoruba doing well. Biafrans club, not in this contraction, this education 9, the way you put it. Let me not use my leader's code. This location 9, the way you put it, whereby a Yoruba child will be fighting to score 250, 300 to enter university, and they are giving not 5. Then can't you see it? The same thing goes to Biafra. They fighting to score 250, 200, 300 to enter university. For them to study the same course. My brother, can't you see that it will not work? But this will be after
the fight, then we can interact in foreign policy. You know, there are things we can do together. Even our military decide to work together, it will be welcome development. We can have the same system of military. In the West, we know there is attack in all. We have attack to North, it's attack to all. Attack to Boko Haram, that is how they put it. Attack on Boko Haram is attack on North. You see? And that is why they refuse up to this date to even label herdsmen terror group up to this moment.
Okay.
I don't know if you have come across any news line or any media that have said federal government herdsmen. And these people keep killing, raping.
In Nigeria, northern Nigeria, that is being targeted.
Sorry, guys. Yeah, go ahead.
So
Sorry, yeah.
The point is this. Let's leave all these old people.
Okay. Let me. My family friend, as Michael says, the problem is tribalism.
Fine. That is why I mentioned it. Let's leave tribe issue. I said it. Let's leave. If he can listen very fast, he will understand. Mention it. I say let's leave tribe. Tribe issue, because this is what they show in us. This is what they teach us. That average Igbo hate Yoruba. And when you come together, you find out that find it more easy to relate with ourselves than the North. I don't know if you're getting it.
I can get you. Yeah.
In the North, when riot come now, they don't know who is Yoruba or Igbo.
Oh yeah, they take anybody out.
Thank you.
They take anybody out, and I want you to quickly wrap it up, because the next video I'm going to play, you guys will understand a little bit of what Uche from Switzerland is saying. I could spot you there, Femi Arato Kwanle, one of our ODUDUWA that will secure our land and border. He has been doing that. The government already appreciate him in their country. I could see you there, Akzuba Falabi. I appreciate those of you watching from Nigeria. You consume a lot of data. I hope we will be able to get ODUDUWA where you can get free internet access. Quickly, in another 2 minutes, Uche, wrap it up, because I want to roll the next video in quickly.
Let me not even take up to 2 minutes, because I know people. I am happy to come in. Now, when such problem happen in Lagos, you understand, you will even see a Yoruba people fighting for and not to be killed. It happens everywhere, but you see, because similar life pattern. Average Yoruba, whether go to school or doesn't go to school, are enlightened. But the North, they are not the same.
Right.
So my brother, know that location 9 is not working.
Definitely. Thank you.
Let's have good health care. We all enjoy it over here.
So we want that to go into our new nation. Thank you very much, Uche.
There are a lot.
Oh yes, there's so many benefits that we want people to enjoy when that eventually comes through.
My last point is that, do you know that Japanese, as of today, they don't want to come to your country?
Oh yeah, because their country is so strong, so that they even want them to come. I know.
For the same thing. Why can't we be the same way?
Even Malaysian passport in Malaysian allows you to get here and get a visa at the point of entry.
You are a media. You have all those facts and figures. So why can't we be like that? Let us be the light that will liberate the whole Africa.
Thank you very much.
I'm going to leave it.
Thank you very much.
Continue to work. And my prayer is that you're 42.
Yeah.
You know, they said a fool at 40.
It's a fool forever.
But thank God that we wake up
at the right time. That's it. Thank you very much.
42 will turn out to be a starting point for your generation, because the work you are doing, but so God to go, which is God.
Thank
your
you.
name will be written in a bag of gold.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
People who fight for the religion of the
generation. Thank you.
And unborn generation.
Thank you very much.
You, my brother.
Thank you.
Once again, in advance.
Thank you very much.
Together tomorrow.
Definitely. And that is my brother from Switzerland. Guys, let us roll this video. Thank you very much, Fumilayo, watching us all the way from, he's one of the reporter that gave us the story about Daniel. He wants me to bring Daniel back, but we'll work on that. Let Daniel heal up a little bit. Daniel is doing very well at the moment. But, oh, Lord, there's another caller. Okay, let me take this. I really want to roll that video. All right, good morning, caller.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Your name, where you calling from?
I'm Alex calling from Sweden.
All right, Alex, you got to speak up a little bit. I know you're just waking up or you're just about to go to bed, but try and speak it up a little bit so we can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah. Good morning. I just want to thank you for the work you're doing.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I see you to be a different ODUDUWA person. Let me call it a refined ODUDUWA person. This is not the ODUDUWA of 1960. See, Koiki, I just want to tell you one thing today. Most times, our problem in Nigeria, we speak the truth, you are standing alone. Do you know how many haters you have right now?
Well, let's just hope they will come back and convert.
Yes. Do you know now they are thinking, people that's planning for 2023 right now, you want to take food away from their mouth? Do you know how many people are praying for you to die, sleep, and never wake up? I'm not talking about Igbo people or
I feel the point where you're coming from. Yeah.
Yeah, same Yoruba people. See, from history, sometimes they say Yoruba people always betray. Don't always feel angry. You understand? You are a different Yoruba man. I'm an Edo man. Right from the history, Yoruba people love to betray themselves. This fight you are fighting today, Koiki, Awolowo had the chance to do it years ago. When Ojukwu tell Awolowo, you go declare Oduduwa, let me go and declare Biafra. He said, you go and declare Biafra first. When Awolowo went to his home after he released from prison, he did another thing. But at the end of the day, Awolowo died. MKO, they joined hand together to betray Awolowo. But at the end of the day, do you know, believe me, Koiki, that 2 days before MKO died, your Yoruba, your so-called Yoruba elite, they went to the villa to take money. They sold him out. It's not Abacha that killed. Abacha died before MKO died. Your so-called, even that man, can mention him, that man that Fulani kidnapped in his family that day. They are more people that went to the villa and took money for Abila to be killed. If there is media then, that 1993 struggle, I was at home with them. The vice president, their house was burnt at Irwa. Do you know how many people police shoot? Do you know how many people went to prison because there's no media? Do you know how many Yoruba people police killed after MKO died?
We will never know that. Yeah.
Nobody took record of that.
Yeah.
Yoruba people love to save the people. Outside people, do you know why they are tossing those? Last night I went to Nigeria. When I went to Tinka, I shed tears. Amanjeris everywhere, outside everywhere. Okay, let me ask you a question. If this seaport happens to be in Maiduguri, do you think you can get a job there?
Oh, you're kidding me. Are you kidding me?
Do you think you can go there?
You can't even live there. They don't want us to even live there. Talk about working in there.
What is wrong? Yoruba have...
Good morning, all the way from Lagos, Nigeria.
Yoruba have all it takes to become even 3 countries. Sweden that I'm in right now, how many are with 10.something million? How many is Luxembourg? Luxembourg is not to 76 million people, but they have their own country.
So why are people worried that we're calling for Oduduwa nation?
Koiki, even want to become 2 Oduduwa, you people can.
Because I see something good out of it. If I don't see something good out of it, because I mean, we've just been talking about citizenship of a country. And people are happy the moment they become a citizen of the United Kingdom because they look at it that, wow, the benefit with it. And this is what we want to build as well in a new nation called Oduduwa.
There is a day, there's one post issue when the former TSS boss was saying, the day Yoruba people will team up together.
Oh yes, I saw that. Yeah, that's powerful.
Even when even around 3 the night, once you are online, I'm always online. I always follow you. I don't sleep. Once you wake up, I wake up. I said, this is a different Yoruba man people, Yoruba people that I follow history. This is a different Yoruba. There's a day a boy wrote one comment, say, this man, if somebody come for him now, he will shut up. You replied, say, you think I will show about that? Because they think that all Yoruba people, because outside people know how to throw crumbs.
Oh, yes.
Fighting.
Yeah. They're already working on strategy, who they're going to use to come and talk to me, who they're going to use. I know all this is going to come, guys. I know that.
They are going to come. They have started already. Now they know how to throw money. Can you believe me? In primary election in Edo State now, your brother Tinubu is throwing money at them. Already brought 500 million because he want to get Edo State and Osun so that he could get delegates to vote for him in primary in 2023.
There won't be election in 2023. Forget about that. I said, guys, already. I said, somebody called me before I let you go. Somebody called me from Abeokuta, a young boy. He said, we will do it from our own end because your message is the fact. So people think that we will not. For me, we don't have time. That's why I'm pushing it now. If people say we have time, guys, there is no time. We must quickly do all this push now because I can tell you, my message has been giving them headache, just like any other. You know that their eyes was on Mayegun, Frank Bello, and all that. So KOIKIMEDIA coming out with a different angle.
They didn't know where you come from.
Oh, no. They've gone out to go and do a lot of background check. When was his last trip to Nigeria? But we saw him talking about good. I said, somebody called me and said, but you went to Nigeria recently. You said Nigeria is good. You were showing us. I said, but does that mean Nigeria is good? It's not good. And I don't want to be on that train.
I see you coming from the high tension. Anybody that touch you now will shock and die. You are coming from the high tension for kind you down. See, you have to be very careful of this so-called.
Oh, yes. And we pray. We will pray. We have a lot of mothers. I spoke to one of our mothers in Dublin yesterday. There's a lot of mothers that are saying, look, you know, somebody said, and I quote live here, and the person watched this broadcast. There's so many of them that have been saying that. They're Yorubas, men, asking, go and tell him, and I'll say it in my language and I'll try and repeat it. And these are men right here from UK. With talon lulu, with koma jonisho. I'll repeat that again in Yoruba and I'll translate it as I can because my Yoruba to English sometimes is two different things. One tani onlu ilu, with koma jonisho. Who is beating the drum for KOIKIMEDIA to be dancing? And I am saying that the Eledumare is the one beating the drum that says I should continue. There's what they call Bedu. Bedu. You see my own Bedu. I'm not saying and I'm not taking down any other Bedu that is out there.
No.
But this Bedu that is bouncing, I repeat it. Belashe Eledumare. Bedu tó ń dún lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ yìí. Ẹ lè panu ẹ̀. Bedu tó ń dún lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ yìí. Ẹ wojú mi dáadáa. Somebody called me yesterday. He said, Koiki, try and turn it just a little bit down. I listen to elders. But no, wait. Let me land here. These are part of the ODUDUWA. I will, when they call me, I will mention it.
Okay.
He said, and I repeat, that don't put your hand close to my teeth. I will bite it. Bedu, I repeat it again. My own Bedu that is drumming now. KOIKIMEDIA. You want to put a full stop to it. I will be the one to put a full stop to Nigeria. Go ahead, my brother.
See, Koiki, if I don't easily wake up to listen to people. I know the kind of people I listen to. I know the one that is serious. I know the one they are using, to destroy so many things. See,
you will hear from my mom very soon. I'm going to bring her onto the broadcast.
I have listened to you. Your mom have warned you. Say Nigeria have failed.
You guys will listen to her very soon.
I'm with you, always. Even your mother have waking up. Those on Yoruba elite, they are still there looking for. See, let me shock you.
Go ahead.
Among the whole race in Nigeria, Yoruba are the most educated and the most intelligent. How come a professor will become a vice to somebody who doesn't have?
And they shut him down.
20 primary 6.
A full professor, they lock him inside that sorrow. They've not allowed him to do what he wants to do. Do you know what that? Do you know what that means to an ODUDUWA man?
Why don't he resign? Nobody lock him.
Oh yes, he had all the option. That's why sometimes when people say that, just brush that aside. Just brush it aside.
Professor,
because we have a big role to play.
Returning officer INEC. Professor, we begging for a returning officer INEC for Amajiri. Professor. See the level they have reduced Yoruba people to their own level.
Thank you very much. Let me quickly roll this video. Thank you very much for your call. Guys, thank you. Send me a WhatsApp quick with your full name and then I can save it, please. Guys, please bear with me. I won't pick a call. I want us to roll this video quickly. Good morning, my beautiful one, and those of you that have joined. Jonathan from South Africa, as you can see, every one of you. Let's roll this video, and then it will also reshape our mind. You see, there's a lot of you sending my phone. I need to get another phone. It's really, it can't hold on to. Wow, you guys are not easy, man. The way people are sending articles, pictures, videos. I said, thank you very much. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. But this is another video that someone sent to me yesterday.
And the issue is, and exactly what you said, that if you find that people are educationally backward, you address the educational backwardness. You don't pull down the whole country.
No.
You really look at what it is. That is, what are the challenges? Is it teachers? Is it whatever resources? So the affirmative action should actually be that you should put more money in the educational sector and really targeting those challenges that they face. But Father, you know, it goes down to the point I was making about education and shame. As a Pan-Africanist, nothing has pained me more than this idea of that the North is educationally backward. Because for me, it goes to the core of racism, that black people are accepting, I'm stupid, yes, I am stupid, lower the mark for me. That's basically what the
so that's what you mean by lack of a sense of shame.
Exactly. How can we as Africans accept that a group of us in a part of Nigeria are saying, yes, we're stupid, yes, we cannot learn, so as a result of that, lower the cutoff mark so that I can pass. This is something that we as a country really needs to say, this is unacceptable. We need to be able to say, no, there is nothing wrong with the intellect of a northerner. There's nothing wrong with the learning ability of a child in northern Nigeria. What is missing, that they don't have the support that they need. And as a country, we should be able to say, no, as black people, we're not going to accept that there's a part of this country that says, I am stupid, I cannot learn. I went to a federal school. I went to Federal Government College in Loring. And most of the people who came from the north, when they came into our school, couldn't read or write. Some of them just couldn't.
But by the time they
were done, one of the girls had one of the best results in my secondary school. It is unfair what is happening in northern Nigeria. It is unfair to put a whole generation of people and tell them how I am going to help you is I'm going to cut down, you know, and you're not doing it. Like I said, at the end of the day, it's not about me. It's not about southern Nigeria. It's about the educational, mess that you're creating in your part of the world, because those kids, you're going to reap what you sow. As long as we allow these kids not to have an education, not to have hope, the drug abuse situation in northern Nigeria is getting really out of hand. There's a lot of frustration. And all because we're saying, oh, you cannot learn, let us give you pass marks. And the problem is that when those things were done, the assumption was that government will always be the biggest employer. So even if you had 10%, you're from the north, we're going to give you a job in the ministry. Those things don't exist anymore. No. Now people have to compete. And you come to the private sector, you can hardly find northerners working in the private sector. What have you done? What are you doing to our people? who are from the north. We need to be able to create a society in which everybody can take care of themselves. And the thing is that the kids are able to do it.
They are.
I work in northern Nigeria. My work in Girl Effect was 100% northern Nigeria. I see these kids, as we start to work with them, how they blossom, how smart these kids are.
So they have been denied opportunities.
They have been denied opportunities, and yet the rest of Nigeria is looking at it that they are being given opportunities. No. Anybody who tells you that you're not good enough is not doing you a favor.
It's not doing a favor.
Anybody who tells you that you do not have the capacity to be the best that you can is not doing you a favor. Northern Nigeria leaders or the federal government or whoever is creating these policies is not doing a favor to the citizens of northern Nigeria. This is unfair. These are intelligent people. These are once you put them in that, look at the
right environment.
Exactly, the ones who are in southern Nigeria, the ones who are going to school, the ones who do go to school. I mean, is Sanusi not a northern Nigerian? And all the other people who came out with first class, who went to Catholic universities in the Catholic schools in the old days, are they not northerners? Is there something in their brain that makes them different? No, they're just as smart as anybody else. But when you have a system and a government that thinks that tokenism is favor, that thinks that getting things easy and free is doing your people a favor, that is a travesty. Look at the oil industry, which is our
cash cow.
Our cash cow. Look at how many people from the north are in NNPC. Compare that to the people from the north who are in Shell and all the other private
competitive. Yes.
Yeah, you have 90% in NNPC, less than 1% in these other ones. It's a clear show that if NNPC falls tomorrow or it's privatized,
if it's privatized, then many of those people will lose their job,
and they're not employable. Even though they have had this number of years of experience working in NNPC, they're not employable because it's all about rent seeking. Who are you doing a favor to? Because the future of oil and the future of every sector is a private sector. It's business.
Sure.
How many businesses in northern Nigeria are owned by northern Nigerians?
Wow, that is powerful. Let me quickly. That is a powerful one, and thank you to the individual that sent that video to me, which I'm also using as part of the discussion today. They thought they were doing themselves a favor. They put themselves in the port authority, whether they have the right qualification or not. They put themselves in the NNPC. They are not the owner of the oil wealth, and yet they want us to be together. We will disintegrate peacefully out of that location so that we can have a new nation of our own. We can have a nation that we can be pleased with. We can have a nation where we know we will do everything to support the indigene of that nation, not a nation that doesn't have count of who is it. Okay, good morning. I'm a regular follower of your program from Nigeria. Yeah, I want to encourage you to do more and never relent or distract in your fight. We are solidly behind you. That is a message from Nigeria. Thank you very much. Can you also send me your name so I can save it as well? This was sent just at 8:36. Good morning, sir. I'm a regular follower of your program from Nigeria. Yeah. I want to encourage you to do more and never relent or distract in your fight. We are solidly behind you. We will wake up the minds and the brains of those that they've already messed up. They will fight back against those nasty politicians. I remember this caller, but I will let him introduce his name. And I know you need to mute the other device, please. Hello, caller. Okay, we are having problem with your network. Hello, caller. All right, I was almost going to cut you off. All right, he has to go because definitely I could see that the network is not powerful enough to hold on to the conversation. So what am I trying to say? We have every right and every reason to wake up the minds of the people. Look, guys, I was sleeping here yesterday and I woke up in between. I mean, I sleep. Don't think I don't sleep. You know, I go to bed and I sleep. And sometimes after this show, look, I can sleep till thy kingdom come. Look, some people say I can't sleep in the afternoon. No be me. If I do like this, I'm gone. And that means it build back my energy again. But we must also make sure that we are not sleeping with all our eyes closed. There is a protest going on in America as we speak right now. And I'm sure you all have seen it. What has triggered that? Just one death. Imagine people have already been building hunger. But why we have not seen the same reaction in Nigeria is because we've not been able to show them that the Dubai that they are looking at is possible to be replicated into an ODUDUWA nation. When they start seeing the narratives that you don't have to have money. Look, guys, I don't have to have money in my account. But as long as I have a good credit right here, I could walk into the bank and I say, I need £3,000. And all they have to do is, okay, sit down. What's your name? My name is Olayomi Koiki. What's your postcode? N17, blah, blah, blah. They find it there. That is the first check. The first check to know that me, the name I've given them, line up with the address on the database. And the next thing they have to do, okay, what's making noise there? I think it's my, let me remove that one. And I use power bank as well, because sometimes the noise coming out is from the laptop with my cable. So I use this, emergency power bank. Don't worry. You might say, inside London. So, and what would happen next? They would then do what they called the most important thing. You need £3,000. No problem. The banker does not have the right to refuse you. But you know what will refuse you? What I showed you guys previously. Credit check. That's it. What does that mean? After putting all your details, they'll say, sit down. Right on the spot where you are sitting, they will tell you that, congratulations, you've just been approved the £3,000. Your repayment will be £140 every month, starting from 2 months after today. Bamba. Before you leave the bank, the money is there. Before you leave, and this is what I am passing to those ODUDUWA at home, thinking your politician that wants to give you 1,000 naira so that you can go and knock on their door while they are still in bed sleeping. So that when you want to give, do any kind of whatever you want to do, basic things that you can walk into the bank in Nigeria and request for that same facility, but that system is not there for you to acquire it. That system has been given to your politicians to hold on to it, and you go into the politician house, and if you're even lucky to see them. That is what we are trying to change. That is nothing to say that, the country that you love so much, well, you can love it, but we are bringing a new nation that you will prefer than the one you are currently in. And if the bank says, oh, sorry, Mr. Koiki, it's come back as, and Onyibo people, they will tell you in a way that you will not want to punch her or punch him. Oh, he knows that because the banker can see the information has come back as negative, but he now wants to talk to you so that you are not upset that the £3,000 that you need won't be given to you. You now have to explain it and say, have you been able to do anything recently? Maybe you've taken out a credit card that you didn't pay back. Because it has come back as something we can't approve. But you can work on your credit, file by calling this number and see where there's a problem. You see that she has literally taken the burden of herself to you because she knows that you are the problem. There's something on your credit file that have rejected you that £3,000. And it also goes to as basic as getting a phone line contract. So you can see that. But the other way in Nigeria of today is all those money that should be circulating through the banking system with a credit facility as a citizen of that country is in the hands of the politicians inside their own bank account. So rather than the system that should give you that access to the loans, to have you access to get a contract on your mobile phone because you don't have the money, but you need the phone so that you can be able to do business transaction within the country, and then you can start making money and then repay back your bill every month just like we do here. There's nothing fantastic about that here. It's just that a system was created to allow that, to enable that. And there are also individuals that wants to defraud it, and that means it's got to be upgraded every now and then, just the way your phone tells you you must update it. If you don't, you are at the risk of being hacked. +447594050979. WhatsApp only. Don't come closer. Go and speak to your sister. Why are you coming to when Miriam is heading to the kitchen? Go and get the drink from her, and don't distract me. You know I'm on live. So what am I trying to say? We must do everything to explain to those at home that breaking and disintegrating is for our own benefit, nothing less, nothing more. The reason why those that wants to hold on to it, apart from all those other factors, the Fulanis that wants to control it, the politicians that are enjoying the benefit of it and doesn't want us to move away from where we are now, where we can move into a new platform where we can embrace everybody in and you can have access to credit facilities. Yoruba man, when Yoruba man look with their eyes, I don't know, she knows and get the message. That is the beauty of what we are and who we are. Just eye contact. You know, my eye went that way, and the message already is getting to the person on the other side there. That is Yoruba can use eyes to communicate with different things. Somebody is watching me now. If I give certain eye signal, the person knows what I want and what I need to tell her or tell him. We are sophisticated, and we will use that to break Nigeria down peacefully with all options on the table. What is your gain? We have Nigerians traveling every day out of their location because that location is not fruitful. That location is a dream killer. That location is not there to serve you. That location is not there for the purpose of you. Mayegun was able to explain to us at some series of who are the real owners of Nigeria. So you, my young Yoruba woman and caller, please. No, okay, not a Bible matter now. Okay, I don't know why you keep posting that because the caller has left, but you kept going on. Religion and politicians are the problem we have in Nigeria. Raymond Hodu. Happy to join again. Temitope Ayilara. So the message is you can continue to be with these politicians that will kill your dream, or you can say enough is enough. What you guys are saying is what really makes sense, and we must work towards that and achieve that. So that you can also continue to talk to people within your own confinement and say, look, people are talking about ODUDUWA. Shori Nigeria yo sise mo gbogbo alamo. Kí la fẹ́ ṣe sí nísìn. Àwọn kan ma tin sọ̀rọ̀ ODUDUWA. Kí la máa ṣe? Ṣá máa jà ní. Wọ́n kàn ní ká ṣàlàyé fún yín pé ODUDUWA yẹn kọ́ o. Òun ló lè gbé wa kúrò nínú oko ẹrú tá wà lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ yìí. And the more they can understand where we are going and where we want to take them into it, they will start the one to disintegrate away from those politicians that have held them to bondage. At 11 o'clock this morning, make sure you join the Chief Imam of Ilorin, the real man that will tell you more about the ODUDUWA and Yoruba, at exactly 11 o'clock this morning on Heritage Television. Yomi, there's something that gives concerns. Would international nations support us because the loan Nigeria has took from them? Kindly educate me. Who paid this loan back after breakup on location 9? Thank you very much. What I will explain is, I would say it the way I understand it, but be rest assured that all those topics is part of why we're going to be bringing in few people that would also continue to educate and enlighten us. From what I can understand, with the loan that we have, which is in their huge numbers, and I will give you an example based on the EU and the UK, where we are at the moment. They're on the negotiation table. What does that mean? I will use UK, and that would also be the same process that I believe will be used by the time we are disintegrating out of Nigeria. Because we all collected it, even though I have not taken out of it, you have not taken out of it. What is your gain? Nobody has benefited. And everyone, Miriam, can you close that door, please? Everyone will definitely have to take the share of that loan. Everyone they would have to divide it. They would have to divide it. Just like we are negotiating ourselves out of EU with so many things that have joined us together for the last 3 decades. So that is going to be a process. So all that would not mean, and I think that is what you really want to know, that with these loans that we have taken, because these are things that we have to also highlight during this argument. Look, during the going out of EU, there was a lot of conversation and discussion until people went and cast that vote, and about 16 million people voted against or coming out of EU. If religions and politicians are not dealt with, I'm afraid for ODUDUWA, let's think. That same religion that you think, it will definitely not hinder, because that is why we are sanitizing and telling people that we must party away from how life will become meaningful. The Nigeria of today, life is not meaningful. It doesn't matter whether you have a bit of money in your bank account as we speak this morning. It's just a system that has failed. And calling yourself a citizen of that country, you can wake up anytime. It's part of the international law, the United Nations, to say, I don't want to be a Nigerian anymore. There's no, look, I keep saying, don't be apologetic about that. Don't feel guilty around that. Don't feel upset about it. It has not worked, and it will never work. So the international community would have to sit down and work out how all these that you've just mentioned, which is the bulk of it, is the loan. That would not mean, because we want to come out as a nation to have our own ODUDUWA nation, and then people will say, oh, no, you guys wait there. There's a loan at the back room from China, and China will hold us down as a nation that wants to come out of that contraction, and say, no, because you have got a loan attached to you as Nigeria, how do you? We will negotiate that as well. ODUDUWA is a must, and they hope this zone Kwara out of the north. So what is your suggestion for way forward? Okay, I don't know what the conversation was going right there, because I'm also reading your comment. There are many ways to settle that. Many ways. That would not be a reason for China, those that we've collected loan, that you have not even know what they've used with the loan. And we're not talking about a loan now, the loans that have been taken for decades. The politicians will still be leaders even after division or separation, as some name it to be. I still believe that Nigerians lack civil orientation and electoral democratic leadership orientation. Nigeria has failed because many today, not just because of our leaders or politicians, but the government says failure that we all have contributed in one way, in one or two ways as Nigerians. I'm just trying to read it up from because it's the length one. Nigerians has failed many today, not just because of our leaders or politicians, but governance's failure that we all have one way. We need to emancipate from religion and ethnic mentality. Guys, it will disintegrate. The time has come. It is not going to be tomorrow. It will definitely come true. You think religion will hold us back? So you think in this struggle that I don't want to mention names and reference to any church or mosque. You think they will tell their congregation to fight back against us by convincing their own congregation? We will do the same thing by convincing that same congregation that they are the problems. I don't want to point finger at them. We would do the same thing if they start saying, because a lot of them have started watching our video carefully. They've been following what is happening, especially from the Biafra side, and now the ODUDUWA coming up. If they attempt, that is when I will mention their names. I've not seen any one of them, so I can't reference to that yet. But there is the moment any one of them on the pulpit say that those shouting one Nigeria should break up and they mention anything against it, we will come after them very, very hard. I know, guys, please, can you reduce the noise there, please, for me? I know this caller, but I didn't pinpoint where it's calling from, but I know it's Ichi. I hope I pronounced that very well.
Yeah, Ichi. It's not Ichi.
Ichi. You're calling us from where?
From France.
From France. You need to mute your other device. I can hear that at the background. Okay, it's gone. All right, we'll call back. Good morning, Buku Taiwo. The Chinese have no business on our land. The loan must be cancelled. Also, currently, we need to preach alongside that our people should look for any type of land grabbing by Chinese. Don't worry, we will push the remaining 1 hour of this broadcast. It's a 4 hours broadcast. We will finish the remaining 1 hour, which is, we have another 45 minutes. There is a huge hope and opportunity going into a new nation. Thank you, my sister. There is what? There's a big role and a big opportunity going. Look, I don't care what any one of you say. We know that there's lack of unemployment at the moment, no job, no security. You won't be able to get all these right now inside the Nigeria of today. It doesn't matter how anybody presents it to you. It won't happen of Nigeria today that you think that Nigeria of today will allow you to grow as a citizen, which is the topic that we are discussing. 3410, good morning.
Yes, hello, hello, Olayomi. Hello, you're doing a fantastic job.
Thank you.
I made a note on your podcast just now.
Yeah.
We need to be very. I don't think we should treat the Chinese with kid gloves.
Okay.
We need to be very, very cautious with the Chinese because you see the Chinese in Nigeria now. This was caused by the janjaweed.
Yeah.
So we as ODUDUWANs, alongside this our agitation,
yes,
we also need to preach alongside. We have to be very, very careful because already the Chinese are in Nigeria. They are land grabbing. They are also land grabbing in our own area. So I like to put you to our Chinese here.
Agboye.
The reason Timothy Sobeni, our Chinese to Daluru. Teba lo si Papua New Guinea. Elo sorry website.
Yeah.
Moteti she write up nipa our Chinese. One man by Lujeni. They're not for us. They are for themselves. So our ODUDUWA to je pe ori wa pe gbogbo e den lo. gbogbo ẹ lọ sára aláti fojú sí bá ṣe lọ ṣe kíní ká máa kígbe pé àwọn Chinese kò sáyé fún wọn.
Yes.
Kò sáyé fún wọn rárá.
No room. Kò sáyé rárá. Land grabbers.
Nínú ìlú Biafra.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
In other words, even in the land of the Biafrans, in fact, the whole of that southern region, we need to now start talking about the Chinese. Wàhálà tí àwọn Janjaweed ti dálẹ̀, a máa kó ara wa kúrò nínú ẹ̀.
Àgbọ́yé.
So, nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ sọ nìyẹn o.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay.
That's my one of. I said they are powerful women. You see, where one voice like that take us a lot of ways. Janjaweed. Brother, why are all the old politicians, old people in Nigeria politics are all criminals? Why? It's a fraudulent system that has been in place for decades. It's been like that, and nothing is going to change it until we come out of that location and start building from the scratch. Where we did to, you just had somebody call from Abia State saying that a grant that was acquired, that was approved, not acquired, that was approved to him, but because somebody else have access to his email, who is a family friend, went behind his back and had another passport on his name and withdraw that money. Mr. Koiko, I'm not Mr. Kose. Mr. Kosi Yoruba, you're supposed to speak English. You don't tell us what to speak here. If anybody wants to speak our local dialect, they will be allowed and the dialect will go through. Let's get this call coming through. Good morning, caller 4091.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Quinn.
Good morning.
I want to contribute to your answer of this topic this morning.
Okay, go ahead.
You asked about what have we benefit from that country for a nation? What is the benefit of nation, right? Yeah. The
Yes, go ahead.
Of a nation is I am entitled to good healthcare, good education, good road, good housing mortgage, good job opportunity, good electricity. But none of this is happening in Africa. Since 40 years ago, I have never benefited just single one for once. And they still expect me to stay in that country called Nigeria. This is so bad. For more than 40 years, I have never benefit anything. Instead, getting sorrow from that country every day by day. You can't walk down in the street around 7 o'clock or 7:30. You'll be afraid.
You're in danger.
No lights everywhere. No light, no good road, no good health care, no good food.
No access to credit. No, you always remember no access to credit facility.
Yes. And as a good citizen of each country, you are supposed to have a car loan, housing mortgage loan, or anything you want. You are supposed to eligible to get it without no stress. But what do we gain? We just gain killing, looting.
Good morning, your mic.
Killing, looting, no good education. Our children are suffering every day by day. They are calling you, Daddy, why can't you do this? And we don't have light. We are sweating. We can't sleep. And it's true. Gone are those days when there is no light. We used to sleep outside. We know no light. But we will sleep outside without no problem. But do it now, you will be headed.
You are in danger.
Before daybreak. Then we cut your head off.
You're on your own.
You can't even try that
Once it is 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, you have to be inside. Try that now. You'll be headed. You can't sleep outside. Even if you be inside, you'll be afraid. There's no security. Everybody is panicked here and there. And they still expect us to stay in that country? No. No, we have to exit from that country. And I want to say something on this platform.
Go ahead, please.
Whenever a caller call, maybe it's a Igbo, we can easily say, "Oh, him Biafra." If it is a Yoruba, we can say, "ODUDUWA." You know,
okay.
This message go a long way.
Okay.
Like,
thank you very much.
Thank you for calling.
ODUDUWA.
Or whenever we call anybody, we can still we can keep this momentum, keep going. It will help a lot.
Okay.
So
thank
that's
you.
my own contribution for
ODUDUWA.
today. Thank you, Mr. Koiki.
Amariba
God bless your family.
You too. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. You heard what the caller said. You think the way when we were growing up and we look at everywhere is dark, and then we thought that is the way the whole world is. The children of today know that that is not the way the whole world is. As age of 6 years old, they know that there's something wrong. You know why? Because they can see it from just watching program on YouTube. That oh daddy, why there's no light? Why is it dark? So that means you cannot tell them the same lies that you were told, or the lies that they told you that you know, those are part of the lies. But knowing that light is not even coming in the next 3 months. ODUDUWA Ashedumari Moji Adesonya. Yoruba never appreciate their language. Yesterday I was communicating with someone. She was doing a live broadcast. She was cooking food, and I said, and she was showing ofada rice. And I said, wow, I love ofada rice. And I love Iru. Wow, this is Francis from Dublin. Francis, it looks like say you just wake up. Oh, all hail Biafra. All hail Biafra. All the way from Dublin. Go ahead. Good morning.
Good morning, Yomi. How are you?
I did can't wait. Go ahead.
I will say it, but when I begin to, then I will say something. Yomi.
Yeah.
You see, this gospel for ODUDUWA.
Yes.
You know, it's gathering a lot of momentum, and I will tell you rightly that many people are uncomfortable.
Oh yes, there's no doubt about that.
Because I was having a chat with some of my friends in Lagos, and the feedback I'm getting is very, very positive. And I say more grace to your efforts, elbow. You know. You know now the way the All Hail Biafra people have gone.
Yes.
They have a linchpin or an anchor man in the name of Nnamdi Kanu.
Yes.
When you hear his name, you know that he's the one that is you know,
like the warlord. I don't want to use that word, but I was just like somebody that.
Okay, let me use a reference point. Let's be a bit simple.
Yeah.
I think need that, because that will send the message.
Oh, we have Professor Banji Akintoye, and we have, oh yes, I know. People say we don't have. Look, I know people from the Biafra really want us to be showcasing, who that leader is. But
you see, in everything you do, you must have a head.
Oh yes, I can. Look, we
I
have.
know there are you have other groups that
I say
have
we
different
had Ibagani.
functions.
You know, I will let you come through back again, Francis from Dublin, my Igbo brother. You know that when we called on Ibagani Adams, even some people call me and ask, how did you guys bring him onto the live? People think until they wait and speak on channels and TVC and all those media that are not interested in what we want to talk. We went to him and said, we want to hear his views on the ODUDUWA. And he, you know, he could have said he's not interested. He could have said, you know what, I will make it some other time. They told him, and he came, Logunfe. And it is only we, the Yorubas, that really understand what is said in that broadcast. Wọ́n ní pé kíni ọwọ́ ọ̀tún báyìí ló máa ń mú dání, because ọwọ́ ọ̀tún yẹn gangan òun ni message yẹn wà nínú ẹ̀. Go ahead, Francis.
Yeah, you see, what you have in Gani Adams, you know, is what Nnamdi Kanu would have, you know, metamorphosed into, but the powers that be in the East, they now saw the gift of this young man, and they tried to douse it down, even attempting to kill him by conspiring with the enemy. We are all aware of that, but they can't stop.
All the way from Kenya, I can see you, Captain. Go ahead, Francis.
They can't stop that. So that is the thing, you know. So that is my own contribution this morning, because we need somebody. You see, you are from the media side making the publicity. We need somebody who we you know. I know Gani has his own function as the Akankanfo, the defender of the land of the Yorubas, but we need somebody that we push for freedom. Freedom would be his breathing freedom, eating freedom, and drinking freedom every minute, every second of the day. That is what I am thinking.
Right. Thank you, Francis. Thank you. Let's continue the show. Thank you. That's Francis, Captain, all the way from Kenya. Thank you very much with the punch. If anybody, I know it will not go down well with a lot of ODUDUWA when they start hearing this drum. It's a drum that is beating. What then ni pé tó bá ń lu ìlù, ó máa máa hó ni, bang 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 bang, because you don't know where that sound is going. And some people are not comfortable with it within the ODUDUWA. We know that. But we are not going to be held back for that. We will bring this broadcast down at exactly 10 so that I can go and shower, have my time ready for the next guest on Heritage. There's a lot of program coming up on different platforms. My sister from Italy, oh Lord of mercy, our input to that interview we had with my nene, big auntie, big mommy, grandmother from Canada yesterday, and she called. It was not a coincidence. It's the spirit talking to each other. Or not, look, I've talked about my own. Wait until another ODUDUWA person that is not even somebody that you guys have met, have seen before, come from another angle. I said a spirit that is waking people up. You think it's natural that you just, people say to me, are you not scared? Are you not afraid? When ODUDUWA is sending you a message, you are afraid of who? Now I'm asking those that are saying that one Nigeria, afraid of who? Afraid of who? Who are me or you or whoever are we going to be afraid of? Or afraid of those that will want to come and bribe us for stopping to speak to you? That those money that they are using to come and bribe us is money that should have been used for build a new nation? That the money that they stole, that people that have died, and that money was kept in their hands. Somebody said $10,000 yesterday. That's what that person think that we are looking for. I said I want to be in a new nation where I sit down with my media inside ODUDUWA. And I will now be selling. Guys don't know that there's money that can be made inside a new. Why do you think white people set up their business perfectly? Do you know that these English people right here are selling property that is not in Buckingham Palace to people in Russia? I'm telling you that you can set up if I go online now, register a business, and I can start doing transaction, and the UK government guarantee, hear this very well, the UK government guarantee any limited company right here. I'm not talking about the one in Nigeria. What is our Obas doing about this issue? Your might. Thank you very much. As we know, Obas are only olórí. And we know that the traditional rulers, I will say it from the way I understand it, but there's a lot of people that will be coming onto this broadcast as we move. I'll come back to the. You think go and look at what I have done prior to today. In what I have passion. I have seen people say to me, even when I was doing what I was doing as a media, running around all over the place, that you should turn this thing to money. So when you guys see me wake up in the morning, it is natural. It's built in. It's a built-in. The traditional leaders, you need to go and listen carefully again, Yomi, to Ibagani Adams. A lot of that's why I said that interview have already cleared the way for me and you to do the push. We are the one that will push that Obas that you're talking about. That's where I'm going. Odile from Canada. I can cite you there. Iwa Pelumi. Oduduwas are ready for Nigerian exit. Our strategy leaders are in place, not just not talking. I say, what we are doing, what I am doing, and other media people, is just preparing those at home that it is coming. That's what we are doing. I could decide not to do this, but we must. You know, in every job that you do, you go for training. Look, if this is a chemical and you work in a factory, I'm not talking about in location 9 where they don't understand any of this thing. So when I explain this, don't put your mind to that location. Look at a location that is functioning properly. This is a chemical. And I want to go as basic, and I am a cleaner. And this chemical is something I will use to wipe these offices. This is an office. And I have been told that we have just got this chemical. Do you think they will give me this chemical just like that to go and use to clean the surface of this particular table that I am using? They won't do that. What they would do is they would have to train me, even though if I know about this chemical from outside, because this chemical can cause harm and danger, not just to me, but to the responsibility of that company. And I will now take it back to a nation. We are preparing the minds of people that have been bastardized, that their brains have been messed up, that they believe that you must go and line up inside a politician's house before you eat in the morning. We need to tell them that no, that is not the way life is. We want to tell them that you don't have to be in UAE that you love so much, but the racism inside it is much bigger than you to have been in your own new nation. We want to make sure that you have credit facility. We want to protect your life. We want to make sure that you live longer than what the United Nations categorize you in. I'll give you an example. The BRT in Lagos will be increased by 50%, which a 300 naira trip will become 500 naira. A 100 naira trip will jump into 300 naira. Now ask yourself, the poorest capital, the world capital, the poverty of the world is Nigeria, because we cannot live with, the average person lives with $1. What is the exchange rate today? Just take a look at that transportation fee alone, which is 500 naira to about 450 naira to $1. As we speak right now in UK, for 4 weeks now, we've not been paying for public transport. Are we saying that Lagos that should be releasing free transportation to people during this lockdown? At least they're not in lockdown, but people that still wants to go out. Are you saying that Lagos don't have that money to do that, but they want to create more burden for the people that have not even make money? We have another half an hour before the broadcast we finish this morning. David Adebayo, Nigerian leaders lack 5. Forget about all those Nigerian leaders. Let's start talking about moving into a new, because the more you are saying Nigerian leaders, they've never have any leadership skills. Don't waste your time and say they have leadership skills. They've never have one. Because if they have one, we will not be here discussing this, or we will be here discussing, okay, Nigeria is good, but we can have our own ODUDUWA. We can have go to Biafra land and say what they've damaged in terms of the crude oil that is giving us money for the last 60 years. You will cry every day. Even in some Europe countries, transport, I said transport is free for the last, do you know what that means? Transport that is moving people that they were paying before, it's now free for the last 4 weeks. We are fighting we are fighting for them kids' future. That's right. Can you imagine? All the people we are calling elders are using youth for thuggery in the location now, and all of these youths are ready to unleash mayhem on this week. Look, it would happen. You saw America, the way people are protesting. Even some of them they are not protesting, some of them are just looking for where to steal. I know that. We should know that. But there are real people that are out there protest to shut down America because of that person that was killed. I said, justice for Tina. You can see that I changed my profile 24 hours ago. You would have expected people to be out protesting, but they're on Twitter. But the push will come when we push the gas as well. When they should be coming out to protest for the injustice and the killing, they are on their Twitter, finding out who just got married. Who is this? The one that got nothing to do with them. And that is why we must educate them and prepare them into a new nation. We don't care about Nigerian leaders. We care about ODUDUWA. Yes, leaders. Stop calling them leaders. Those ones are not leaders. Those ones were never leaders. They were just had the opportunity to be where they are, and they've been able to influence people below them. They're not leaders. The sister that called yesterday, my big auntie that had an interview with us yesterday, said something that when at some point Awolowo came here, he was using his own money for drugs. Who's leaders? Don't waste your time and say they're leaders. The topic again is citizenship. Why are you happy to be a citizen of another country, but the country of yours that we are saying we should disintegrate, you want to hold on to it because you are collecting ₦1 million from the politicians? Oh, my battery is running. What's going on? Okay. Wow, I almost lost the broadcast there. Oh. Why is it not charging? It's telling me the battery's by me. Okay. I should go charge a lot.